Wow, 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 wow. Did on your mobile phone. You're back. It's me, Riley.
And Kiera.
This is Six Songs for your new favorite music recommendation podcast. We're about to get into the things, honey.
Henny.
How are y'all, the listeners? How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are ready to open your mind because our next artist here, she's one that honestly is one of the most punk individuals I think in her generation. There's been some recent
Yes.
misunderstandings regarding her, but hopefully we're here to clear it up because this is Mother and the music is actually so undeniable that she really can talk her shit and say whatever the fuck she want to say. And we are talking about the one, the only MIA.
Yes, we are.
Bitch. Okay. Recently,
Yes, we
I'm
are.
sure I'm sure for those who are listening relatively recently, there's been some controversy surrounding her latest album and the tour that she was added on, but we will get there eventually because first we have to establish who MIA is, right? This will
Right.
set the scene for all of the music that follows, everything that basically she believes in post. So, I'm going to do my best to explain her story as as detailed as I can get it. Of course, there are more interviews and things where she goes into detail. But my understanding is that although she was initially born in London, while she was still a young child, she moved back to, I believe it was Sri Lanka, which is her ethnicity. Um, and there were lots of things going on in uh,
Sri
Sri
Lanka.
Lanka right after the 70s. So I think that there was a new prime minister that was elected and lots of different policies got to be passed. So I think that the Tamils, which are a small like ethnicity group within Sri Lanka, I believe that they were starting to be targeted by certain political entities, right? MIA is born in the middle of this. So initially, throughout the first basically 11 years of her life, she was kind of moving around. While she was 9, she talks about her literal like elementary school being bombed, like like understands the life of a refugee in like
Mm-hmm.
crazy war times, right? Ends up after she's 11, moves to London and essentially settles there until like um her actual upbringing, like her teenage years she spent in LA. Now I said LA in London. I don't know where that came from. But basically, while she's in LA, she becomes friends with some art students and things who are in a band. I believe the band is called Elastica. It's the band called Elastica,
Yes.
and she ended up creating the album art for one of Elastica's albums. Ends up going on tour with them, I believe, at that time, just to like document a couple things. And she ends up meeting electroclash
Girl.
artist Peaches, who we've done another Diva
Gagging.
debrief on. So wake that up. But Peaches, she meets Peaches, and Peaches apparently gives her a drum machine, which it's I think it's a Roland something, one of the Roland drum machines. And it's basically like, you're dope. You should like play around with this and see what you can do with that. This is in the early 2000s. So she begins releasing kind of the songs that she's making randomly to the internet. So she releases, I believe it's Galang Galang and then Pull Up the People, Bucky Dun Gun. These are songs which would all kind of be compiled into her debut album in 2005, Arular, which was named after the like code name that her father used in the Tamil Tigers, which I believe was like a revolutionary um, counter to what was going on in Sri Lanka. So like fully, we're already so political, and we
Mm-hmm.
haven't even left childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the mixtape that she released was called "Piracy Funds Terrorism."
Terrorism. Yes.
Yes,
T.
that turns into this. You look at the album cover for Arular, you literally see guns, you see tanks, you see bombs, you see all of this kind of crazy, these flag motifs, all of this, and you listen to it at first, and you're like, "This a party? What's the tea?" It takes several listens to understand that as a fun and happy and like genre mixing as this first album is, she is talking about some crazy shit. Like
Absolutely.
she is absolutely talking about her experiences as a refugee, as somebody who's like going from place to place, all types of colonial violence. Like it's all in here. It's one of the best debut albums from I believe anybody ever.
Yes.
Because not only is the music so unique and interesting. She's from the UK, so there's this mix of dance hall going on. There's like these punk influences, all kinds of unique shit. But she has something to say on top of all of that. This is fabulous.
It's very what's the word? It's like very dance until the world ends. Like it's literally giving like she's being literally threatened or had been threatened by all of these things. She lived a life of insecurity, I'm sure, about her safety, and then she grows up, she survives all of that because of becomes a visual artist. Like to go from a visual artist to a musician with
Hmm.
essentially like no training and then produce this is beyond.
Right.
I think this is still my favorite album of hers, but Pull Up the People, girl,
I
it's
got the bombs
I
to
got the
make you
bombs to make you
blow.
blow. Slang
I got
time,
the
got
beats to make
that
it
in my
bang.
A bang.
The way that she combines like musical terms with like these war terms, it's like
Right.
she's too cold. Lots of
Bucky Dun
booms,
Gun.
all lots of gun, exactly, lots of gun imagery, like literally Bucky Dungun. Excuse
And when
me.
I do this for karaoke, what then?
And the girls are gonna gag. Hopefully they will because MIA, which we'll get into a little bit later, she's has a very strange history with being canceled and I guess censored. But at this point, it's important to note that with her first album, she kind of mothers a lot of people who started posting their music on the internet and gained notoriety from the internet. I feel like it's not really talked about or it's not really highlighted as much as I think it should be. That MIA was like really one of the first musicians to blow up from the internet. Like
Hmm.
she was she
True.
was she was posting her songs 2002 2003. By 2005 she's literally working with Missy Elliott and Timbaland. Like this is like
True.
the no like this is a very interesting time when she started releasing music to how like a huge of a household name she became. She started by just posting random singles on the internet, which is like
Hmm.
very, very interesting. Highlights from this album. I love It's Bingo. It's Bingo. I love Bingo. $10.
Love that.
Oh my god. Why is a song about literal child sex work a banger like this?
Oh Jesus.
Why? Here's the thing. I should not feel as comfortable dancing to a song about a subject this deplorable, but it's like MIA took it and she freaked it. Like,
Girl, first of all, you are a cutie.
you
Why did she
are
say
a cute. Like,
T? Why did she say, "Are you tighter than R. Kelly in his teens"? Oh, oh, that's not.
well, once again, this is 2005. She was writing this shit 2002, like throughout the early 2000s. R. Kelly was fully like a part of the zeitgeist. It was
I
the
know it's
remix
just
to
crazy.
Ignition, Fresh Out the Kitchen, and
Hmm.
there's some other songs in which she references R. Kelly, but it's like, yeah, like we have to be real, and this man was a part of the cultural zeitgeist for
But I think she's saying it in a way that's like, are you tighter than R. Kelly in his teens? I thought she meant like when he's fucking teenagers. And I thought she was making a comment about that. That's how I took it.
Well, yeah.
Okay. But yikes. I love the little skits that she has.
Yikes. Okay, word. Yeah.
You know what else is there to say? I just think I love the with the entire album. It feels like alive. Like it just feels like there's energy put into it. You can
I
hear
would say that that's this
how
case for
carefree
all.
she
That's
is.
uniquely the case for a lot of her music is like the spirit and the energy behind it. It's like
Yeah,
it's. I think part of that is because she has. This isn't just party music. It's
right.
party music with a purpose. For instance, on the I think it's really interesting when artists have a track named after their like artist name. So the song MIA at the end of this album, where
Hmm.
she says, "You can be a follower, but who's your leader?" Like very rarely does like a pop dance, whatever you want to call this, very rarely does an album like this get like this explicitly political, but like manages to fly under the radar. Which
Surely.
at this portion of her career, like Andre 3000 said, y'all didn't want to hear her. Yo just wanted to dance. And that's once y'all started hearing her, y'all started canceling her. But at this point, the critics, everybody, they're like eating her the fuck up. Like MIA is like the kind of like the first blogger darling, like blog critic darling. Like they were
She kind of gagged the girls
she
very
slayed this
bad.
completely.
Very, very, very bad. And
Galang
I
galang
think
galang
it's
lang, treat the jaws, galang 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 lang. Like
Daisy Bates, like a lane, Daisy Bates. It's just the pop culture references. We said this is a thing, but I think it's like for her to be like a Londoner slash Sri Lankaner. Um,
I think Sri Lankan is it.
I think that it's when I say like literally, it's like also wait before I was gonna say I like that she made this album and she was like fully an adult. I feel like a lot of divas that we do, like their career started when they were pretty young.
Hmm.
And I think it's not like unheard of, but it's less common for someone to release music later, quote unquote, in their life. I think she was like 27 or something. She's like late 20s like that.
I feel like she was younger than that when this was released, but I'm not exactly sure.
How old
She was born in
was
like the 70s, so yeah, no, she would have been 30 or something in her 30s.
oh,
Is it not? Let me see.
she was 29.
Yeah,
Okay, so period. Whatever. Either way, for you to be like nearly 30, basically 30, and releasing this album, and it's this good with no musical background, really, is I just cannot say it enough for how impressive that is and
yeah.
how like
A 16-year-old with no life experience would not be able to create an album so rich.
exactly. It's
She
very
literally,
rich.
her school was blown up as a child.
Like she
Like
she didn't have
I don't think people are like because like so much of like imperialism and stuff it's like outsourced in our country. So like the girls don't really be seeing like the effects of the bullshit that America be doing. No, this lady literally directly affected. Like directly.
wow. Yeah.
Like and
It's
this is at a time where most kids are like just starting to or like most kids in like at least the American industry, they're like start getting groomed at like 12, 13 to like become stars. And it's like, bitch, I got
yeah.
life to worry about.
Mhm.
Like I got real shit to fucking worry about.
It's really inspiring, really, truly. So that's her first album that came, slayed the scene. It was critical darling, critical success. Truly, like everybody was gagging. She everybody is paying attention to MIA at this point after her first album. She came, she slayed the scene, and then she took a couple years and came back with Kala.
Which was named after her mother.
Love that she did that. Love both album covers. This one might be my favorite actually. I don't know.
Period. Bob Watch.
Uh, Bob Watch, you're so right. Wait, let me take a picture just before I
There you go.
forget.
This album is so excellent. Like this album is so excellent. So obviously she had a hand in, I believe, most of the music from the last album. I think that this one she actually like has production credits on all of them, including like if that's not the case for this one, I know it's the case for this one. Back to back bangers. To start an album with Bamboo Banga,
Yeah.
and this is and once again, like keep in mind, this is 2007. Bamboo Banga could come out today, right now, and still sound in the future.
Yes.
This is insane, right?
Yeah, I this is how you do a follow-up album. She had a lot, not necessarily to prove, but she had a lot of things preceding her going into this album. And so a lot of people talk about the sophomore curse, whatever. So people just feel like there's a lot of room for error from your debut to your sophomore album, but girl, she freaked it. I don't know. She said fuck all that. She got her first top 10 with Boys from this album,
Period.
which is wild. Um she like Jimmy is incredible. Um on $20, I was kind of gagged by the Where's My Mind sample.
I love
Um
Mango Down Pickle River with the kids rapping.
oh yeah.
Love,
I love
I
a
love it.
kids.
The
We
beat
both
is
love
crazy.
kids moments, like when they come on the tracks.
Yeah, the beat is so crazy. I love Hustle. $20 is like the sequel to $10, where she's talking about like guns circulating through um not Africa, but I think Africa, but like through the world basically, and how
Sri
easy
Lanka?
it is to get a gun, and how as a youth in like some of these
Oh,
other countries, you're like encouraged to get a gun and like go off to war.
yeah.
Same thing with World Town. Of course, she has like she's never referencing one specific location. The music, like the sound of the music, and as well as like the literal words that she references. Like she's always referencing different countries: Iraq, Iran, Sri Lanka, like you said, several African. Like she's very worldly
Global.
influenced, obviously on World Town. Duh. She talks about lots of things regarding borders, like of course on the huge hit Paper Planes, which honestly, like as a child, when I was like, this is one of the biggest hits that I remember, like from my childhood. Like this song was
Absolutely.
fully everywhere. I could like, I wish I could like had a film of my reaction, finding out like what the song it actually was about, and it's like I remember being amazed that this song is literally like terrorism satire, literally
Yes, literally.
explicit. Like it's not even hidden. It's literally stick
It's
like sticks
literally
and
what the song
stones
is
and
about.
skull and bones, like pirates and shit. Like literally,
All
like
I want to do is bang, 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 ka-ching, and take your money. It could not be more explicit.
there's a lyric in here. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, If you come around here, I make them all day. I get one done in a second if you wait. Like this is explicitly like I don't. It's crazy to me that this was like a hit in America, because this is like it represents everything that like quote America is against, right? Literally
Right.
talking about immigration, talking about all of this shit, and like we were singing this as kids, and
Literally.
now some of us are growing up and like are anti-immigration, all that shit. It's like, bitch, you
We
you just
also this shit is in different areas. Like, first of all, this song also blew up because it was in the trailer for Slumdog Millionaire, that huge movie with
I
Dev
think
Patel.
didn't she make a like an original song for it also? I think, right?
Yeah, I think she got
She
nominated for an
won. She
Oscar.
won. Did she not win an
Oh no,
Oscar?
she no, I don't think she did. She win? I don't think she won, but she couldn't perform because she was pregnant.
I know that she had like an Oscar nom and a Grammy nom, I believe, both from this album in the same year, and I think is the only Asian maybe person to
Um,
uh, be nominated for both of those things in the same year, which is once again crazy considering from 2007, 5 years ago from this, was uploading songs to the internet. Like,
mm,
I think
yeah,
it's so interesting how a literal a literal war refugee ends up becoming like one of the hugest stars of that decade with some of the biggest albums and hits of that decade.
truly. This Paper Planes has the Kanye sample. I think is probably still her most like recognizable song, just universally.
100%, I would say so.
Um, I didn't know this. This is crazy. XL Recordings, which is like where they, I think, either distributed it or the record label, whatever. It is their second best selling single, only behind Hello by Adele.
That's crazy.
So I'm assuming that before Hello was released, it was the first best selling single.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm sure our demographic was there for the Adele reign. So that like
Absolutely.
puts into perspective like how huge this was.
Huge.
And this was like before or like right as the iTunes boom was happening, right? That happened in like 2008, correct?
Yeah, so this is
This is
as it's
still,
happening.
yeah, this is still like where sales and things mean a little bit, I at least in my brain, they mean a little bit different, mean something a little bit different than what they mean now. But
Hmm.
still, that's absolutely crazy. Paper Planes was
It's
a huge hit. And it's like, who else could make a song this political be this accessible and this huge? That speaks to her strength as a songwriting. All of
hmm
her hooks are crazy. Her melodies are crazy. Like
the production
MIA
choices.
as an artist is just one of the coldest because it's very hard to slip that in.
Girls, the fact that she even had, I always thought it was really bold that she had gunshots literally a part of the chorus of the
Yes,
song.
yes. And I was kids. Boom, boom, boom.
Baby.
Like,
And the point is like if you're an adult and you have an issue with your child doing that, that's like the point of the song. It's like
yeah,
kids should not be around guns. Kids shouldn't even know anything about guns. Kids shouldn't have to grow up around guns because should da 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 da. Like we're both from Arkansas. Like
right.
literally last
The
night.
people who are doing this also, the people who have all these visas at the border and da 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 da, they're people just like her.
Hmm.
She's not. These people are not any different than her. And it's like if you fuck with her for making this music that you can shake your ass to, you also need to fuck with him because he's just trying to live his life the same way. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
like that being a through line through her music. It like it makes
Yeah.
me emotional because it's
It
like
truly.
how that's artistry. That is
Yeah.
artistry. Like,
Yeah. It's also like we have. It's unfortunate that this is a part of her story, but yet another case of a white man leeching off of a person of color because Diplo, when I catch you,
yeah,
it's just unfortunate. So if you don't know, she was dating Diplo, I think like probably like right after Arilar or maybe even I don't know. I can't remember when that happened. But during this album they were dating and she's talked about how he was really insecure and like wouldn't let her like celebrate any of her wins because like if as we've talked about this is arguably her biggest song and no not
commercial
arguably this
era.
is her biggest commercial song to date and he was with her the during that and just was a fucking dick to her and he just made her like really doubt herself and shit and I'm just like that's just so unfortunate like ugh women we have to stop getting I don't know getting with these
Women,
terrible
you
ass
have to
men.
stop. You have to stop. So basically, Kala, her second album, is the last album in which there is not like usually some huge controversial moment that she's involved in, right? So like her, I think from my understanding, her first kind of instance of getting canceled is from her next album, Maya, 2010, which is top. three for me in her discography. I'm still not sure, but excellent album. I think the first single and video that was released from this album was Born Free, where it got a lot of flack because the music video was basically a bunch of uh, sort of redheads running through like a minefield, and people were not living for that, right? But also Born Free, the song, like, once again, this is what year? 2010. The I and
Yes.
I'm getting like, I'm connecting these dots to like now how they're trying to take away birthright citizenship and some, like, a lot of these issues and stuff. Like, she had a unique perspective in seeing this before a lot of us did because of her situation. So like, the idea of like being born free in
Hmm.
this whole song is like so powerful.
Yeah, it's something that I feel like we are just now, as Americans, the collective Americans, coming to terms with, like, that your citizenship can just be taken away from you.
Hmm.
Because up until literally, I guess, like the last couple of years, it was not really a conversation. It was very cut and dry on who was a citizen and who wasn't. If you're born here, you're a citizen. That's about it. Now that doesn't really matter as much, but it's something that
But it's been like,
Americans.
yeah, it's like the girls have been actively trying to reshape this shit in America, and that's just not been the case in certain, like,
Everywhere
the
else, it's.
declaration that you are born free is like, it's not a given. Like, you have to declare that, and also you
Hmm.
have to, in a lot of her music, this is more explicit in the, well, it starts to kind of really pick up on this album, is the idea of her faith in spite
Hmm.
of always. So like, in Born Free, she, prays to the Lord, come out wherever you are, come out wherever you are. In Love a Lot, where it sounds kind of like she's saying, I really love Allah as well. I think, I'm
Hmm.
not sure. I think that was on purpose, but she's also British, so Love a Lot is like, but still, but I fight the ones that fight me. Hello,
Right. Hello.
hello, like, wow.
Also, even with, well, I for me, this is where I feel like I wrote down the conspiracy theories have started with the 5G and everything, but that's not necessarily true. But with the message, the first song on the album, connect to the Google, connect to the government, headbone connects to the neck bone. Like, she's kind of, it's like, you're right. The politicalness has always been in
she
your
she's
face.
been making points that, like, a lot of, and she tweeted this recently, but she's been making points that a lot of people now in the like modern age, like, it's cool to make now. This was not, it was not cool to be pro immigrant in this way at this time that she was making this album. And
Yeah.
recently she tweeted that it was like, this is one of the hardest albums to make, because I think the quote, she said something to the idea of like, I realized that I had to like crush and kill a snake with a newborn baby in my hand. It's like, this is really when the media started to turn on her and villainize her. She just had a baby. And meanwhile, she's talking real shit. All she's trying to do is tell her actual real life fucking story. And it's
Yeah.
like, nope, we not fucking with you because of this like this fucking video or whatever. But still, the sound of this album compared to the last two, way more aggressive, way
Mm-hmm.
more distorted and
Electronic.
like angry and like fucked up. Like, it's like, this is like really when shit started to take place. Um
Yeah. XXXO.
Tequila,
Jay Z hopped on the remix.
te-
Tequila,
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 one of
tequila.
the best, one of my favorite MIA songs. I guess like, please,
I
please.
listened to this song, this album once while I was building my desk, or not my desk, my dresser, and I don't think I wasn't paying attention enough because I was like, I remember feeling like nothing really stood out to me, and then I listened to it again, and I was like, okay, Because I talked to a lot of people about MIA recently, and a lot of people say this was their favorite of
It
hers.
it is like, if I feel like it is the most definitive MIA. Well, I feel like the first one too, but like this one really is like
Yeah,
MIA. What MIA stands for, the crossroads between political and like dancey. Uh, yeah, this is amazing.
yeah. It's
And like you said in the message, she literally is talking about like privacy. When we think about all of the stuff that these Palantirs and all this shit is going on, it's like, yeah, all of this shit is connected to the Google, is connected to the government. Shit, maybe 5G literally is the problem. Like,
no
what's
shade. I'm like, I'm gonna hear her out. I'm hearing her out
like
because, whoa,
minimum, as I feel like, as people in the center of the imperial core, the very least that we can fucking do to other people's from like worse off situations is to listen to what the fuck they gotta say. That's not what's happening. Also, I gotta say another highlight from this album is Caps Lock from the Deluxe. Love Caps Lock. Entire album is fabulous. It is what it is. It is what it is, baby. Like, fabulous album. Fabulous album. Then I believe she, in between this album and the next album, her next kind of big controversy happens where she's performing at the Super Bowl with
Mm.
Madonna and Nicki Minaj, and I forgot what song it was, but she like flips off the camera. Big
Girl,
fucking whoop.
it was
It's
during, I think, give all your loving or whatever.
yeah, but flips off the camera. This ends up turning into like a whole huge thing. The NFL is suing her. People are canceling her left and right. Meanwhile,
Bitch didn't give a fuck. She said, "I'm not apologizing for shit." She literally refused to apologize,
yeah,
and they sued her, and they had to settle out of court.
that's
Boss
badass.
bitch shit.
Also, my thing is, once again, we're canceling MIA, who is, you know, making her music about her life and explaining her story. And her flipping off the camera is so morally reprehensible. However, this is literally in a performance in the middle of the game where black largely black men are expected to fucking damage their brains like to fucking pulp for the
Mm-hmm.
entertainment of America. Like, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a problem that she's flipping people off, but it's like, nah, these niggas are knocking each other's fucking heads out, and that's just for the game. That's just America. That's what we do. But it's like,
She didn't
okay,
even say anything. Also, the FCC is just fucking ridiculous. Like the fact that they did the whole shit to Janet Jackson, like it's just not. It's just not. And it's America is so backwards
right.
when it comes to censorship and what can and can't be said and like the reasons why, and it's just so stupid. Like it really sickens me, especially the Super Bowl. There's so much politics that goes into the Super Bowl halftime show, and
The
it kind
Super
of
Bowl
just really,
halftime show literally is political. It started,
thank you.
I want to say it started out as they started the Super Bowl halftime show so that In Living Color would not get as many ratings as it does. A black centric comedy show who created the idea of the Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah, it's political. It's not, nothing is accidental. MIA addresses this situation directly on her next album, Matangi, in 2013, on the song Boom Skit, where she's like basically talking from the perspective of America, like, get the fuck out of here, brown girl. We don't want your sound. We gonna Coney 2012 your ass if you don't shut the fuck up, girl. Fuck you. You taking the shine away from Madonna. Basically, like explicitly being like, this is how dumb y'all sound. Dum 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 dum. Dum. Like, I live. And then again, look, the album as a whole, excellent. She hasn't had a bad album yet.
Also, I think it's cool that all of her albums have so far have been names. Her
Yes.
mom, her dad. This is her actual name.
It's not.
Um,
It's not her name. I think it's
it's
the name
it's
of
not
the
her first name.
goddess that she was named after. It's like I think the difference between her name and this name is like one letter or something. But
Wait,
this is like based off of the goddess that she was named as well. Like
I'm pretty
she
sure
really,
that this is her name. I'm sorry. One second.
I thought her name was Maya.
It's
Or like
Maya is a shortened part. Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Matanji.
I'm saying it's not her actual name. It's the name that inspired her actual name.
Okay, interesting. Sorry, I my mind. But yes, but either way, they're all names of things, people, and I think that is really interesting because to name your first album after your dad's basically like alias is
It's
really
badass.
political. Hello. And then your mom, it's just like it's just so it's cool. Also, she has a very or had at least I don't know now a tumultuous relationship with her dad growing up, and that is a large part of the reason why the fact that he was this revolutionary. So it's just you bitches, you're just not on the same level as MIA.
Hmm.
And obviously, this album gave us Bad Girls.
Hmm.
That I think is her last hit or nope, it's not one of her last hits in America. And I mean, I was surprised that I thought Bad Girls and Paper Planes were on the same album because in my mind, I remember them both happening. I thought they happened at the same time,
No, yeah,
but
Bad Girls happened a while after, but I think Bad Girls had been like leaked online a few years before this album officially came out because I think that Bad Girls was a track that she was working on since Kala. So I think that
mm,
there were like snippets and like clips of this online, but I don't think that it was officially released until then. So
right. And I think it's interesting that she was signed to Rock Nation in 2012 and then
and immediately left.
completely dipped
Immediately left.
after that. But she described this as basically a combination of all of her last three albums, and I think I would have to agree. It's modernized in a way that like it's for 2013, but she still has her core like MIA isms.
Hmm.
And then of course the weekend
She's
is
still
also
she oh
on one
yeah she's
song.
still very political. Of course,
Two
Attention, where she's
songs.
literally of where she has a different tent verb. Of course, she's talked about having to like live in tents as a child and like move around and shit. Craziness. Um,
Crazy.
Yala, where she is like, if you only live, she waxed Drake multiple times. I feel like in her on her albums randomly, but she's like on Yala, where she's like, if you only live once, why are we doing the same shit? Back where I come from, you're like, you're born again and again and again. So it's like, if you're only doing this one time, then,
I ask
interesting
myself
stuff.
that question every day, girl.
Interesting stuff. I also love Carmageddon. That's a great album opener.
Hmm.
But overall, kind of this one is not my favorite MIA album as a whole.
Me either.
Not as a whole. I think that I much prefer the follow up to this one, which is AIM in 2016. And I think that
Hmm.
Borders was really one of her last huge hits, which,
Yeah.
well, what's up with that? The government, what's up
What's
with
up?
that? Police shots, what's up? Like,
Hey,
no,
doesn't
literally
she say?
a banger.
Doesn't she say something about gay people on this song? Oh
Maybe.
yeah, she said love wins. What's up with
Yeah, no, literally.
that?
Love wins. What's up with that? No shade. What is up with that?
Because that had
Because
just happened.
yeah, and also, did love win?
Right. She's like, so
Freedom, idem, medum. Where's your weedum? This this world needs a whole new weedum. Okay, this jump in where she's literally like, when I cross that border, I'm jump in, jump in, that line, like
like,
bitch.
whoa.
Shit, this is Bird, the Black Star remix of Bird Song, because
Oh yeah.
the Diplo remix is whack to me, but the Black Star remix,
Yeah.
baby, something about that 808 and just boom, boom, boom. Like,
Girl.
shout out to Baltimore, honestly. I feel like she really tapped into like that sound. I feel like she loved Baltimore. Um,
I liked AMP. Amp.
All my people.
Yeah, it's I guess it's AMP. I do love that song. I feel like that song is very 2016, but also because it's like the production is very loud and like 2016 had a sound. I think every year has a sound, sure, but that every year has a sound. But I feel like this song was the song that made me think, okay, so this is what a MIA song in 2016 sounds like. I did end up liking it. However, there was a chance for it not to be something that I liked. And
I feel like the sentiment that you're having is the same sentiment I had with the specifically with the chorus of Foreign Friend. Like I like the verses in Foreign
mm,
Friend, but like I'll be a foreign friend. Like I was like, okay,
woo,
Sam, blame it on my
literally,
ADD. I was like, okay, it's very that.
I was like, why is this man screaming?
He felt it. He felt it. I'll say in terms of choruses, Freedom with Zayn, Zayn gobbled that. He completely one of the best
Yeah,
songs on the album. Uh, uh, the da, 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 free da, 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 like
yeah,
MIA's hooks all go so crazy.
yeah. I think I guess what I'm trying to get at is that this album to me is kind of like a product of the time. Like it just to me this just sounds like 2016, but in a good way. Like also the fact that Zayn is on this album. Girl, Zayn ain't on nobody's shit no more. Zayn,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Zayn was that big at the time, post
Mhm.
One Direction. That
And
also, I
what
mean,
is
he's
it?
Middle
What does it
Eastern. He
say
can
about
imagine.
Zayn that one of the few people that he actually chose to collaborate with was MIA? You know,
Hello, wake it up. Because
that's
let's
a.
not forget that they tried to get the girls too.
I was gonna
Zayn
say
was not
Zayn was very much so the
scapegoat
recipient
for.
of a lot of racism from you fucking bitches. Like Zayn
Yeah,
went through a lot of shit.
he was the like one of the most famous Middle Eastern people in the world at one point because of One Direction, and not only that, he was the only person of color in that group. Like, no, don't piss me off, Zayn. You can do whatever you want, baby. Please.
Period. No, Zayn ate that feature. Um, Swords, Talk, Platform. Like I love this album.
Survivor.
I love this entire album. I love this album. And once again, it's just still political. It's still, oh my god, I don't know how I had the thought of like when I was listening to Bird Song, where like because that song really stuck with me for some reason. I love it, and then I'm like, the only thing that is in this song that she doesn't mention is a drone, and then like my
Hmm.
fucking heart dropped. I was like,
Wow.
oh my god, like she's
Wow.
naming all these birds Gully like a seagull. I believe like R. Kelly, We Can Fly, Drop Down, Get Your Eagle On, Flying Higher Than a Drone. My
Mm.
God. Free up, my love. Like,
Mm-hmm.
please. Like it like this is crazy. Thinking about Palestinians who are like, I don't like blue skies anymore because that's when the fucking drones come. That's like
Yeah.
fuck, bro. Like this is
And this
crazy.
was 2016. This is why she don't give a fuck what y'all be talking about because y'all came woke 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all became woke when George Floyd got killed.
Yeah, this is literally around
Y'all,
it. This is like shortly after the time that I started to find out about Palestine. Like, and this is like her whole
yeah,
life. This is like her
right,
whole life. Like,
right.
this
Same
is
shit happening not somewhere that's not Palestine. It's like it's not just Palestine.
no, fully not. Like, it's the struggle. Like when people say that people's struggles are connected, literally
Absolutely.
listening to this music and hearing all the places that she mentioned, and then going and being like, somebody came in, the British came in, fucked them up. The Portuguese came in, fucked them up, and they've been fucked ever since. That's like that's like a common theme. It's so beautiful to me that it's like how she translates this into music. It's like no, we do not have another. I guess my instinct is to say pop star, but I don't even think she's a pop star. But we don't have another pop star like this at all.
No.
We
Someone
don't.
who doesn't compromise her integrity about her art and the messages within her art just for some money.
Period. I believe that in between this album AIM and Mata in 2022 is when she ends up making the conversion from Islam into Christianity. And of course, you can very clearly notice that with the cross on this album cover, as well as kind of again, a lot of her music is faith based, and it's like to think about all of the shit that everybody was going through 2022, the everything, people were clinging on to everything. So I think it's very interesting how boldly she proclaims her faith and how that kind of affects her music more so on the next album. But it starts with this, of course.
Absolutely.
This album, think, is the most of all her albums, is the most world music sounding. So it has a lot of children's
Yeah.
choirs, a lot of singing in, I'm not sure what language it is, but singing in the foreign language, hand claps, kind of stomps, particularly literally on 100% sustainable, where she's kind of like spoken word over what sounds like um, a nursery rhyme kind of sung by kids. I say it all the
It's
time.
gorgeous.
Kids participating in music together like makes me emotional. I like love that. But still, what that represents to for her artistry is insane.
It's beyond. Also, before this album, she had her first number one hit with Travis Scott, which is beyond me. I
Mm, that's crazy. I feel like I don't even remember this song playing anywhere. Maybe I just wasn't outside. I don't think
I did
anybody
not
was, but yeah, Travis Scott uh,
got
has
shooters.
yeah, no, he's a popular figure. Um, Freedom is a state of mind. Just that sentiment alone, outside of the songs, but like freedom is a state of mind. What you gonna do with mine? Fuck. Like
Whoa. Whoa.
if if freedom is a state of mind, and it's like everything, social media, everything is inundated with different shit, then it's like, are we really free? That's like a what like the I there are very few artists who like make me think about the world in the
Mm-hmm.
way that MIA does. And for that, it's like I'll she always is gonna have my she's always gonna get my tens. Like I love Beyonce. I'm not thinking about shit for real when I'm listening to Beyonce. I'm not gonna lie. And that's no
Yeah.
shade. I guess that is shade to her because there's some things, but still, this is like I think that there is a conscious effort from I'm not going to say who, but I think that there are some powers that be that are actively trying to silence this woman's voice.
Yes. And she's not letting them, which is the powerful part.
Yeah.
And I feel like this one, I liked Energy Freak, Bob. The one that was interesting talking about rioting, especially after the riots that happened when George Floyd and I remember, oh my god, it's unfortunate that there's been so many of them. They kind of get confused in my mind, but 2020, if you were old enough to remember, the girls got active, and it was one of the few times of my lifetime where I saw girls actually
Excuse
kind of
me.
putting belt to ass. Didn't really last that long, but it did
No.
happen. And so this is happening kind of after that. And I bet she rolled her eyes. No shade, but um, I liked Zoo Girl. I liked Marigold. Revolution Ain't Politic. Like, I think it's admirable how she has never let politics leave her music.
But then you think of everything that she's been through and how could her entire existence not be political? Y'all
Yeah,
bombed my fucking school when I was a child. I had to move around and live and sleep in tents before the age of 11 because of the conflict happening in my country. Then I moved from here to Britain, the center and the heart of imperialism and racism globally, worldwide. And you don't think I got some shit to say? Are you fucking crazy? Like,
yeah,
this is the MIA is a once in a generation artist. Like, I think that we need to put some serious respect on her name, right?
I agree.
Especially if we move on to what I believe maybe my favorite MIA album thus far, MI7.
Wow. Let me tell you
She
something.
tore this up.
Baby, we said it's 6 songs for drum machines. It could be 6 songs for trumpets. The bitch loves a trumpet.
Baby, Trumpet 2.
Hey!
Ah! Baby. Hey, cheat! Baby, I was like, oh, okay. That's when I knew. I said, you know what? It's still some gas in Mother Tank. Let me actually lock in. Because what was the single? The single was there were two singles that were released from this. Um Everything, I think, was one of them. And I think that Everything, which is like the second to
And
last one.
Sacred Heart, right?
No, I think there was another one, but I don't think that single made the album. But
Oh.
based on Everything, I did not initially like Everything upon it just being released in a single. Excuse me, as a single. In context to the whole album, very interesting. So basically, this is kind of like the explicit version, not explicit as in where her foundation is more clearly explicitly laid out, right? Literally has
Mm-hmm.
a song called Jesus, which once again, why am I
I kind of was living.
why am I
But
bucking?
girl,
Why am I bucking to a song
Kanye
called Jesus? I was gonna say the Kanye
could
print.
never.
I was gonna say she used the Sunday Service Choir, but I don't think I've ever heard a Kanye song with the Sunday Service Choir that I enjoyed as much as this one.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
it's
didn't.
like it's part
No.
rave, part like spiritual rapture. It's so interesting. It's so interesting.
It's kind like you Riley finished this album first and was praising it, and I was like, because I was kind of scared. I didn't even know it was happening. I don't know how I didn't hear that she was like talking about it, but then
This is
pretty
happening.
much after, I don't know, it came out like literally like a couple weeks after Riley was like, she's releasing a Jesus album, and she did that. She did,
Yes.
and it's incredible, you guys. I'm sorry, like
The
Jesus
music is
eats,
so good. The
Sacred
music is
eats, Sacred Heart eats. I mean,
Money eats.
money, diva.
Money, one of her best songs to date.
It's not like I don't know. I don't know. And then I love the trumpet interludes.
I love all of them. Yeah.
The trumpet is very Arular. It's very
I was
like
gonna say no. I
that's.
think literally that the trumpets are sampled from her old songs, but
I was about to say,
you think about the idea of like the trumpet sounding in biblical text, and it's like how she's like, oh, I use all these trumpets and horns in my music. Let me recontextualize. Like, oh, it makes me emotional.
yeah,
Like this
it's
is artistry, artistry. Like several people have religious shifts and overtones and changes and things. Can any of them make them this good, this interesting, this compelling? I don't think so. I don't think
no.
so. MIA is like she's a goat to me. Of course, this album brought the whole controversy of her getting kicked off of the Kid Cudi tour for what I ultimately believe was a misunderstanding.
Me too.
People were saying that she was calling herself Republican and saying that there were like illegals in the audience, quote unquote, which I guess that got misconstrued. From my understanding of all the videos that I could find, basically she was saying, I don't know how the fuck I got canceled for being a Republican. I'm not even American. I can't even vote. But I'm here to introduce myself. We're not gonna play her song called Illegal, even though there might be some illegal people in the audience, which
Wake it up.
there literally might have been. The idea that there could possibly be some in my presence is not enough for me as an audience member to like get outraged, because it's literally true. Then she said that some of her team was not able to be at the concert because of visa problems. So it's
How
like
did y'all misconstrue that into
I
her being a get like?
I literally don't know where everything went left. I don't know, because I'm literally like watching the video, trying to find every angle I can of this video, and I'm like, that's not what this lady said. This lady is like, I,
Confused.
I don't know how I got I've been canceled for being a Republican. I don't know how that shit fucking work, which is fair.
Cause like,
Just because she very easily and correctly predicted that Donald Trump was gonna be president again, that means she gonna be
girl, I said
a
that
Republican.
shit. Like
I was
what?
gonna say I predicted that shit. He got elected the first time.
Girl, we are from
He got
Arkansas. Do
elected the
y'all
first time.
understand?
Everything that fucking happened, and he was eligible to run again. I knew from that moment, this motherfucker running again, that we will allow anything. Like, please be
Girl,
serious.
be serious.
But we punished her for it.
They all but admitted that they rigged both elections. Like, let's, what are we doing? And
Like,
I think when I saw it initially, obviously you see the text of the video and you're like, huh? And and um what the hell? And somebody's knocking outside of our window right now. Sorry. You see the text of the video and you're like, oh God, what is she about to say? And you click on the video. I had to watch that video like 3 times. Because I was like, I don't understand. I'm just confused. Also, no shade. This is what I thought of. Kid Cudi, you kind of got some nerve kicking her off of this tour when you were best friends with Kanye West up until very recently. I don't
that's what I'm
know
saying.
about
I'm
that
like,
one.
okay, yeah, you know what? I would understand this if this was like any old body, but it was like you. I remember Kid Cudi saying, "Excuse me, let me be use the proper jargon." I remember when Kid Cudi alleged that Diddy was responsible for blowing up his car because he talked. I'm like, you're involved with some truly evil people. The only thing that I, in my memory of being on the internet since I guess I was maybe 12, 13, the only thing I can really remember that MIA said that was kind of crooked was I remember she said some stuff about Afropunk. I forgot what exact. I feel like there was like she
Mm-hmm.
canceled something
I
regarding
remember that too. I
Afropunk.
don't know what she said.
I feel like there was some anti-blackness there. But then once again, as I said, not to excuse it, but the bitch literally been living in Britain since she was 11. It's not like they're not racist over there. It's like okay, sure. What the fuck else she got to say? I don't. What she
Okay,
say
so
about Afropunk? What
She
happened?
was dropped from Afropunk, and she said it's interesting that in America the problems you're allowed to talk about is Black Lives Matter. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. No,
Okay.
finish the quote. Finish the
She
quote.
said it's interesting to me that in America, the problem you're allowed to talk about is Black Lives Matter. It is not a new thing to me. It's what Lauryn Hill was saying in the 1990s or Public Enemy in the 80s. Is Beyonce or Kendrick Lamar going to say Muslim lives matter or Syrian lives matter or this kid in Pakistan matters? That's a more interesting question. And then she said the debate or wait, no, sorry. The Afropunk organizers initially defended her and said, the debate is healthy, and as people who have long been silenced, we refuse to participate in the silences of other voices.
I
But then they agreed that she will not perform, allegedly in a mutual decision between her and Afropunk.
yeah. I I think
She ate that.
I think there is a point to be made. I think that a lots of times we as Black Americans we are rightfully focused on our own struggle that we do not necessarily acknowledge how even with our struggle, just based off of the fact that we are in America, we are contributing to other people's suffering outside of the world. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
maybe that wasn't the least callous way to say that, but absolutely that's not from my perspective, that's not a bad point to make. It's like, yeah, it's other shit going on in the world, especially when MIA is not American, when she's literally Sri Lankan and British and has all of these other influences and references and stuff, why can't she talk about the things that's going on in the rest of the world? That's a very fair point. So again, like I said, that's the only thing that I could remember in my memory where I was like, ooh, maybe not. And me just listening to it now and hearing it now, I'm like, she has she has points.
I think for me, what I remember is the 5G clothing.
Which that don't hurt nobody. And maybe she's right. Look. Girl, am I the only one that's read the articles about AT&T and whoever the fuck being able to um like see how you're moving through your house based off of the interference in the Wi-Fi signal?
Oh my god.
Miss Thing, I'm like, literally, I'm like, maybe she not fucking crazy. Maybe she's not crazy.
No shade, because here's the thing, y'all. Having worked for one of the biggest advertising companies in the world, number three at the time, I'm thinking if I'm allowed to say that.
I'm screaming.
Anyways, y'all, it's so funny to me when they're like, this happens a lot in my unnamed retail job. People have to sometimes you have to make an account or something,
Hmm.
and the girls don't want to make an account because they're like, I don't want people to have my information. And I'm like, well, sweetie, sweetie,
I said, I hope you don't have none Zuckerberg involved in.
sweetie, you had to scan your ID to come in here. I don't know what. I don't know what.
Like, let's
I'm
just be.
like, I don't know. Like, so a lot of people like put like fake names and shit because they don't want the government to know. Sweetie, sweetie, we live in New York City, one of the most heavily surveilled places in the world.
Is it not the
It might
most?
be. I don't know.
I would
It
be
just
hard pressed to imagine something more surveilled.
it's just kind of like people are so
But the Google, but head bone connected to the neck bone connected to the iPhone connected to the Google connected to the government.
no shade. It's I think y'all. I think the tinfoil hat thing. Like I said, that was the first time I consciously remembered like people talking about MIA in like a negative quote unquote tone. They were mostly just people were just clowning her. But now that we know what we know, also let's talk about the fact that there have been so many things links. People have tried to make links from your cell phone being next to you giving you cancer. That like girl, the microwave thing has been a thing for years. Like
The
eh,
girls do not fuck with the girls who do not be fucking with that
I
microwave.
did not know. I did not know until I moved here that the girls don't fuck with microwaves. I
And
was
I'm
like,
like,
what?
huh?
I did not know that. White people do not fuck with
They
microwaves.
really they're the only people on earth that I never heard this shit from. I'm like, girl, the microwave is okay.
Girl, Frank, I think he's here too.
Period.
He don't even warm up his food.
I know that. Girl, he don't warm it up at all.
No, he's weird.
Girl, I mean, my thing is,
White people have, I don't know,
yeah,
they eating food differently.
that's
It,
that's a little bit different, but I definitely don't think that her track record has is going to lead me to believe that she's absolutely wrong about this. Based on what I know, maybe I'm a little bit late.
look, I find it hard to believe that
Shit,
she didn't.
let me get a do rag. Let me get one of them chrome do rags,
No
bitch.
shade. I'm like,
I
girl,
might be dripped out.
no shade. I think it's interesting to me. I'm really shocked. I was shocked that Kid Cudi dropped her because it's like, how did you not have a conversation with her? I don't understand how like her explaining
She,
what
she
she
said
said.
she said that on Twitter that the actual reason that she got removed because she said something about Palestine. That's what she said. Oh,
Oh, I didn't see that.
that's what she claimed on her Twitter. She posted a video. She was like, "Everybody make some noise for Gaza, make some noise for Palestine," and she was like, "This is actually the reason why." And
Mm,
if that's the case, spooky ooky.
like I said before, Kid Cudi, you are not without crimes.
Exactly. And for the record, over here, it's free Palestine forever. The whole shit,
Yes.
from the river to the sea, the whole thing. Not Gaza, not just a strip. I'm talking about getting people their whole shit back.
Mm-hmm.
And really, if we want to wake it up, the reason why the girls are so anti that in America is that if we anti that, then we're gonna have to wake it up and be anti America. Because we took this shit from somebody else.
Yes.
We
I
like
because then we gonna have to.
if the logic is the logic here, then the logic got to be the logic everywhere. And that's the thing that people don't want that logic to be the same logic everywhere.
It's not. I don't look. Look.
Listen, all I try
Gas
to
is $6 though.
that's what I'm saying. All I try to tell people is look, think about the history that you were taught in school. Not even what actually happened, just simply how they taught it to you. Okay? And you think this shit is like some wonderful, beautiful shit? Literally,
Look,
I had a conversation with this man at my unnamed retail job, and he was like, I didn't like the slavery thing, but it's amazing the founding fathers how they got all this land for us. I was like, oh word. I was like, oh word. Okay. Okay, yeah.
and he was serious
Right.
too.
So you know with slavery just because I'm black and you talking to me right now, but it's okay that we gonna kill all the Native Americans and we done did all that because we got the land. Like it literally like I'm telling you, like
Oh wow,
some
wow.
people it's like
Wow.
yeah,
You're
it's like
doomed.
some people dead ass think that that shit is right, but most people don't even think about it at all, which I think is the bigger issue.
Yeah.
Maybe it's actually I don't know which one is the bigger issue. Maybe actually being evil is the bigger issue, but like still, you should if you gonna be evil, goddamn it, be evil on purpose. Fuck, like
I think what Kanye West has said about Jewish people is way worse than what anything MIA has said.
man,
So let's
I'm
start there.
gonna say the ethnicity. He was like, I'm not gonna say the ethnicity of the person who told me this because then yeah, listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It, it's not too much coming back from Nazism. I can.
It's
At this point, like Monique said, you done burnt too many bridges, and there's nothing I could do for my sister now. You know what I'm saying? She done burnt.
yeah.
My sister done burnt too many bridges. However, as we said before on this podcast, it is about the music. Will you catch me listening to 808 and Heartbreak? Yes, you will. But it's no tea.
Right.
It's no tea. You know.
Anything from Life of Pablo before that is fair game. I've been said that. It's you niggas listening to Donda too or whatever.
As a matter of
Girl,
fact, I'm gonna be honest. I I wanna listen just to see what happened. But like I just have not taken that time yet.
I
But
don't
my
even
thing is,
care.
it's like literally niggas listen to R. Kelly, niggas listen to Chris Brown,
True.
like, and
True.
also we don't know what they think. They probably could think the same shit or worse, but he just told us. So it's like, can I
Yeah.
really be mad?
Ask the black people in your life how they feel about Jewish people, and then you'll see that this is not a new. You know what? I'm not gonna wake it up. I'm not gonna wake it up.
Because we don't promise you, we don't give a fuck for real.
I don't
Gary,
care.
I promise you, the real niggas, we don't give a fuck what y'all got going on. Y'all white people,
No
okay?
shade. I really was gagging when I found out that like the Jewish people have things against the non-Jewish people, and then white people also don't like Irish people, and white people also don't like Italian. Who do y'all like? Who do y'all like? I was really gagging when I found out that Jewish people like are discriminated against within the white community. Girl, they all white to me. I never gave a fuck. I was girl. I didn't find this out till like college. I was like, what?
Well, also I'll say maybe Arkansas just doesn't have like a large Jewish population or whatever. Maybe that's just our perspective.
I don't think so.
But still, y'all not that different. Like
I don't know. Like
I don't know, Gary.
I was really gagging because I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hey.
Well,
Anywho, as you can see, we we don't give a fuck, girl. White
I was
is
gonna
white.
say, well, we're gonna just to wrap it up and close the book on MIA. Sometimes you have to actually listen to the words that somebody is saying and not what somebody else told you. Cause if you listen to the music, I'm agreeing with a lot of the shit that she talking about in her music. I'm agreeing with a lot of the shit that she stand for. And it's several musicians that I listen to that I agree with less. So what would I look like canceling MIA for saying something that I agree with?
And M17 or N17. I keep calling it N17, but that's not what it is.
MI7. Which is
MI7.
also, I think, I forgot to mention, I think that is like the name for the British like FBI.
Hey, hey, yo, what?
I think so. Yeah, which I think is like a double entendre. But I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that like MI7 is like the name for like their secret service, or it's like something.
Not birth, British. It's oh yeah, it was a branch of British dictator. Wait, hold on. MI7 was a branch of the British Dictatorate of military intelligence active during the World Wars. It was established in the 1915 and was responsible for censorship, press liaison, propaganda, and was disbanded after World War II. So it does not exist anymore.
Was disbanded after World War II.
Yeah,
World War II ended in the 50s.
yeah, I
Hmm.
think. I
Okay.
don't actually know. You're.
No goodness, not that sounded like dummies. No shade. I'm trying to think because I think that like the last prime minister or whatever Sri Lanka had, girl, not let me get into Sri Lanka history. I don't know. But I think that the last one that they had been like ruling for like the past 100 years. So I'm
Wow.
just wondering how, outside of it being MIA's seventh album, I wonder like what's the inspiration before with that name. But still,
Well, it said it was responsible for censorship and propaganda.
but there you go.
And I
I'm like,
mean,
how did this? I'm like, what did they affect? I want to know how it affected like her specifically. How MI7 like
hmm,
the
hmm,
girls in the Sri Lankan area? How did they get those girls together? I'm
hmm.
curious as you said, the naming of the albums absolutely is very important to like the shit that she's talking about on it, and like yes, so
It's
interesting.
beyond. That's MIA Divas. I'm so happy that we set the record straight and at least gave
Listen,
someone somehow, hopefully, we gave you a different perspective
listen.
on
I think
MIA.
anybody listening to this should listen to MIA's album, if for nothing else than just the quality of the music, because
Absolutely.
nobody else is doing it like her, and that's the T.
Absolutely. And we haven't seen this, but she's gorgeous. Like,
Yeah, but all them Sri Lankans be fine. Like I don't know what be going on in Sri Lanka, but they be gorgeous.
no shade. Anyways, so now we're gonna move on to the songs part of the section. 6 songs for drum machines. It kind of goes without saying, but she be using them drum machines, girl. So I guess I'll just go first since I'm talking. My first song is "Back to Life" (parentheses Back to Reality) by Soul to Soul. Love this song. Love, 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 love this song. It was the first song I thought of because girl, that drum machine is working. And I just also the production on this song in general is just incredible. And I I don't think I know another Soul to Soul song.
That's definitely their biggest hit. I think they had other like dance hits that were like kind of
Yeah.
smaller, but yes.
But yeah, I mean, so many people have sampled this song. I think of uh this is so random. Little Mix like directly sampled this song for Bounce Back.
Okay.
Uh which I thought was and that's actually a bop. They kind of ate it actually. I'll allow it. And Vampire Weekend sampled this the drum beat from Mary Boone, which you famously did not like. And then
Come fight me. I don't know.
I don't feel that uh passionate about it, to be honest. I just I thought it was interesting. But yeah, some facts about this. It won the Grammy for best R&B performance, even though I guess it's R&B, but I wouldn't have said that. I would have said dance. Okay. You know how they do, girl. You know how they do. But yeah, I love this song. It's very it's 89, but it gives me more of a 90s feel to me.
89 basically was the 90s.
Yeah. So that's my first song here.
Word. My first song is going to be Family Affair by Sly and the Family Stone. This was one of Sly and the Family Stone's like last real big hits before kind of Sly Stone's star dwindled because of drug use and all types of things. Um, of course, Family Affair has been covered by several artists. It's more than likely the reason that Mary J. Blige's Family Affair is called Family Affair, even though it's a different song. And it is notable because it's the first number one hit to use a drum machine instead of a drummer. Because it has the it's like the famous like what is the actual I had it. It was the Maestro Rhythm King Mark II is the name of the drum machine that was used to create this. And Sly and the Family Stone is, I think, one of the most underrated American bands. I think their influence on their influence on funk is. I mean, fucking Larry Graham literally invented the slap bass. Like, I don't think we talk about that enough. And he was like
Mm.
the primary bassist for Sly and the Family Stone for like a number of years. So interesting stuff. And like, I love old 70s drum machines like this that sound like this, as opposed to what we would get in the 80s with like the Prince and like the Lindrum and the another one that I'm gonna mention here in a second. But I really love like an old drum machine sound, and this is like a perfect example of that.
What is this, the 70s? The 60s?
So
Well, this one is 71, but
I was gonna say it I think it was the 70s, but it could have been released in like 69. But I think it was the 70s.
I think,
This
oh yeah, this is 71. This specific song.
yeah,
Um, but okay, I was just wondering. That's
yeah,
interesting.
that
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
so revolutionary. You've talked a lot about Sly and the Family Stone, about how influential they are, and I feel like a lot of Black people compare them, and I guess not necessarily compare them, but talk about them in favor of the Beatles,
Hmm.
and like how the Beatles try to take their shit. Well, they try to take everybody's sugar.
No shade.
Um, but yeah, I need to get more into them though.
No fab stuff. Larry
Great.
Graham solo stuff is cool. His band Graham Central Station, that stuff is cool. Like, yeah, dope stuff.
I live. Yes, yay, Black people.
No shade.
Speaking of Black people, we're gonna take a trip to Africa because my next song is "Pain" by Pink Panthers.
Mm.
Dum, dum, like, we've talked extensively about Pink Panthers being
Na, 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 na.
the second coming.
Na,
Um,
na, 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 na.
but this was her most
Na,
popular song for a
na,
really long
na.
time, I think.
It was like one of the first actual singles that she released, I
Yeah,
think.
because I mean, we've talked about it, but she was in her bedroom. She literally made these songs by herself in her
It's not the
room.
same. I'll be ashamed at all.
Yeah, like, I think it's funny to me because I think Zara Larson recently just said it, that like she's like, girl, she can actually sing. I Ben said that. She has a cute little voice.
Period.
And I think it's even evident on her first album. Like, I think I'm happy that she's kind of realizing that, and I'm loving that she's so getting more confident now and talking her shit. Like, I'm really happy for Pink. I'm
Yeah,
really really happy for her. Yes, we predicted this. Stadium's next. No shade.
exactly.
Like, actually, if this bitch don't go to Madison Square Garden, because why are you going? Quick rant for my New York girls. Why did Pink Panthers? Her first leg of the tour was at King's Theater, and I didn't get to go, which one of my biggest regrets. The second time was at this weird ass venue that I've literally never heard of. And I'd be outside. So I'm really confused on how I'd never heard of this place. But everybody that went said the venue was terrible. And I just do not believe that that was the only venue available that night. I just don't believe it. And next time you come to New York City, Miss Girl, if you are not at MSG, or if you are not at Brooklyn Paramount, or something that makes some goddamn sense, I'm not even going to mention the one on the west side. I don't even want to put that in the universe. If you are not at one of those venues, Miss Girl, we are going to have a problem. That is my PSA.
Period. My next song is iconic, obviously one of the defining dance tracks of the 80s. This is Blue Monday by New Order.
Oh, period.
Obviously. Like, yeah, you can't think of a drum machine without do 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 like, oh my gosh, like, please. Has there been a more famous drum machine programming? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Well, it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there with like Planet Rock. It's definitely up there with like, it's like up there.
Hmm.
So
Well, I know I first heard about this song because the Kylie song.
right.
Can't get Blue Monday out of my head.
It's the Oberheim DMX is the name of the drum machine.
That's cool. Um, I guess I didn't look up the ones for my songs, but that's cool. What other New Order songs should I know? Do you know any other ones?
Honestly, I don't know too many outside of this. I kind of know have like this portion of like dance music history. I kind of know like the hits. So this is like around the time of like Bronski beat, but that's like a different person. So
Wait, I'm looking at their albums. Not Music Complete and Complete Music. Work.
period.
Work, Tifas. I love
But
that.
yes, one the Oberheim DMX ended up being like one of the definitive 80s drum machine, or excuse me, yeah, 80s drum machines that has like that kind of classic sound to it. So it's like
Mhm.
the drum machine that's not the Prince Lindrum. It's the other one from like this time period.
Period.
I want to say other one from the 80s because there were three major ones from the 80s as far as I know, and it's like the first one was like, of course, the TR-808, which is like uh, Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Mm.
Um, excuse me, the Kanye West, all that shit, like that 808s on Heartbreak shit, and then
Hmm.
the Lindrum and this one.
Period. Yeah, I tried to look up which one Soul to Soul used, but I don't think people know because it's either the 808 or the 909.
Period.
But yeah, yes, they didn't talk about it. Um, my last song is "Drums of Death" by FKA Twigs.
Word. I haven't locked in.
Kind of, you don't know that song?
No, I haven't. I haven't listened to a few of the
You
FKA
sexual
albums.
baby. Let me tell you something.
Honestly, I think I kind of fell off after Magdalene, to be honest.
Damn, you didn't like
But
Capri songs,
I've never heard it.
Riley. You are going to live for Capri songs.
Yeah, I would like when I tell you I was there for EP1, LP1, and then this one, whatever that one is, and
Yeah.
it M113XX5, whatever that one is. But for some, for, but for some reason I have not clocked in. So yeah,
Wow. Well, this song is fab. I saw her in concert. It was so tea. This was my favorite part of the concert because once you hear the song, you will know it's literally like it's just drums,
Drums of
literally
Death. That's
drums of death. And
okay.
it's
Word.
there's like a really long. Well, I think it was extended for the tour, but there's a really long like drum intro, and the dancers had this cut choreography, and like oh my god, it was incredible. I was like wow, like me and Toby were getting our life during this part of the concert. Also, that concert was incredible. I kind of no shade. I will be seeing her again if she ever comes back at MSG. That was a really great concert. She the set design was incredible. She had an entire section where it was just basically a ball, and she had like very legendary girlies from the ballroom scene in New York come on stage. Like it was very tea. Actually, mad respect to FKA Twigs after that. I don't know to say I wasn't familiar with her game, but I kind of wasn't familiar with her game in terms of a full show. And it was packed. The
No,
girls were
the
out.
girls do live for Miss formerly known as.
Hello. So I really, really, really had a great time there. But yeah, Drums of Death, incredible song. I think and on the Eusexual, it definitely is like top two for me. I remember when because Eusexual dropped, and then I think Drums of Death might have been the next single, and I remember more people talking about Drums of Death.
Is this the one
Um,
where she's like in the office dancing with the chairs and shit?
is it? I thought that was Eusexual.
It don't matter, child.
Girl, yeah.
It don't
I
matter,
don't know.
child.
Either
My
way,
is that your second? My last song here. Honestly, I would say I'm disappointed in myself, but this was his last hurrah before he went into complete flop territory, and he tore this up. You know, it's Team Janet Jackson forever, but my last song is "Strawberry Bubblegum" by Justin Timberlake.
well,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is because not only is the song a hit, but I don't know the exact drum machine that it has at the little jazz breakdown at the end, but it's very similar sounding to the one in Family Affair. It's like a early 70s kind of drum machine, like a bossa nova groove. And it's that doop, doop,
I don't know this song. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Strawberry bubble gum, and I'll be your blueberry lollipop, and I love it till you make it pop. Hey, he tore it up. Like he tore it up. He tore it up. That
The thing
first of
about
all,
it
this
is,
song is like 7 minutes long, and like the drum machine portion does not come in until like the last 2 minutes, but it does fit the theme, and it's like one of the first ones I thought of. So like, I gotta be
unfortunately, the
listen.
man has
The
hits. I
2020 listen, the 2020 experience, I'll never be able to. That's actually the last thing I'll be able to give him, because Man of the
oh
Woods was
yeah,
garbage. The other
you listened
one,
to it? I didn't listen to
I
that.
just like skipped through it trying, and it was garbage. And then I ain't
Oh,
even
he just
listened to
released an album.
I ain't even listened to the last one, but they play Paradise at my unnamed retail job, and they love it. And my thing is,
Girl, what?
girl, JC Chazé was still washing vocally, still washing. So like, let me tell you something.
Oh.
Some girls dance with women. That the day that has this TikTok resurgence, just know it was me. Just know I was behind it. Okay.
I'm hollering.
The club is the women.
You know
Hey.
what? I've never really given Justin his things in
I, you,
terms of like fully listening to a full album.
let me tell you something.
But
Them
I
first,
might have to listen to Future Sex Love Sounds
them first three.
and Justified. Yeah.
No, listen. 2020 experience. I'll give them part one. Part two, I could give or take, but for sure, part one, too cold. Too cold. The one where he's like all it's the one where he's all like oh god hey little out. No, that's the first one. That's the first one. Oh my god. Anyway, the album is excellent.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
That girl, that's the one. I think it's called That Girl on the album. Anyway,
hmm,
the girl, the Timberlakes. They'll let me know.
please. I don't know. I think it's just like he should have just sat there and ate his food. I don't know. I don't know. Like you could have we could have had it all if you would have
I
just
mean,
left Janet alone.
yeah, but also
Because the blacks are right there for him.
here's my truth. I think that ultimately, to his core, Justin Timberlake is corny, and I think that there
Yeah.
comes a point where like nothing can save you from being corny.
Fair.
Like it'll run out eventually.
What did he say? Something beat my feet. And then he was dancing.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I thought he was like, I'm Justin Timberlake.
That wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Girl,
Girl, bye.
girl, bye.
I know in Britney's book she was clowning him. She's talking about he was talking black for no reason on the phone or something. When he was talking to some black person. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Lil Wayne. I don't know. But he was talking to some black rapper and she was clowning him in her book. She was like, girl, he was acting a mess.
This is fair.
And yeah, girl, like you said, it's always gonna be Team Janet over here. But that white boy got some hits. It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, I'll never be
Mirrors
able to
is
take
a
that from him.
generational. Like Jessica Biel, girl, girl, Jessica Biel, your pussy, you must be
That's his mouth.
wow.
Okay, word.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't know that.
I'm gonna be honest. You say the name Jessica Biel, there's not a face that comes into my mind. I don't know. I don't know who it is.
No shade. She kind of hasn't really done much since having her child with him.
She set her ass down. There you go.
Hey, hello. She was in the family drama series Seventh Heaven. Okay. She really hasn't done much. I know her from what is the movie? Valentine's Day with Jamie Foxx. And she plays the one who hates Valentine's Day and she has a I hate Valentine's Day party. And Jamie Foxx is like her love interest. It's crazy. That's where I know her from. And that might be the only thing I know her from. So it is what it is. But shout out to her, I guess, for giving us the inspiration for Mirrors.
Let me see. Baby, when I tell you she literally could be working at Sissy's log cabin, I would not. I would not know.
Not Sissy's Log
Girl,
Cabin.
life's too short for ordinary jewelry. That's what it's giving right here.
She's pretty, but and she definitely has a unique face. But yeah,
But
I don't
that's
know.
most people.
Right.
Have you said your
Kind of
third
quite
song?
famously. Yeah, that's my third. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, word. Let's pump through the songs then.
Okay. My first song was Back to Life by Soul to Soul.
My first song was Family Affair by Sly and the Family Stone.
Then in Pink, wait. Pain by Pink Panthers.
Pink by Payne Panthers. That's real. Blue Monday by New Order.
Drums of Death by FKA Twigs.
Strawberry Bubblegum by Justin Timberlake.
The links will be in the description below. Please tell us what you would have added to these playlists. What did we miss? How do you feel about MIA?
What's your favorite MIA song? Comment down below.
Questions for queers.
No shade. Queries.
Queries for queers.
Yeah, no. When we ask the question, it's a query. When we get a question, it's a question for queer. Boom.
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 So queries for queers. What's your favorite MIA song and why? So yeah, that is going to conclude our show, divas. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
It's so easy to live all alone in the memory of my days in the sun.
Y'all saw how he just ate that? Period. Bye.
4.